Welcome. Today you're joining me for a journey through the creation of a vibrant still life painting in my art journal. A little world composed of everyday beauty, a bouquet of fresh flowers, a playful arrangement of fruit, and a small dog peeking from a sunlit window in the background. This time-lapse captures several hours of quiet creative work, and I'll be guiding you through each step of the way. I begin the sketch using a red colored pencil. Red is one of my favorites for the underdrawing. It's vivid but adds depth and layers under the paint. I keep the lines loose and gestural at first, blocking in the big shapes, the height of the bouquet, the curve of the bananas, the oval of each mango, and the pineapple's prickly body. I sketch quickly, adjusting proportions and angles without erasing anything, thinking not in detail yet, but in structure. Even the dog in the window is just a suggestion, a tilted oval for the head, a few simple lines to suggest posture and expression. Now, the first layer of paint. I use acrylic gouache from Holbein. It's matte, opaque, and dries quickly. I find it to be perfect for art journals, and it layers beautifully. I start with large, flat areas of color. The bouquet becomes a burst of warm pinks and soft whites, while the fruit sits in glowing yellows, reds, and greens. This is the stage that is all about big decisions. How do the colors interact? Where is the light falling? I'm not worried about detail just yet. I use a large angled brush and I let the paint flow, adjusting the palette as I go. I aim to paint the background in soft muted tones to keep it from competing with the foreground. The little dog begins to emerge too, painted loosely in a mix of grays and browns. While the sill and the window panes are white, upon close observation, they appear gray because of the light outside the window and the backlighting of the scene. So I've tried to incorporate that as I continue to layer up the various shadows and the bright contrasts of the reflective light on the sill. With the base layers dry, I start to layer in details. The flowers get darker centers, individual petals, and subtle shading. I refine the texture of the pineapple, each segment catching a different highlight. The bananas get soft spots and curves that suggest ripeness. The mangoes get little hints of red and green. Value becomes a main focus now, light versus shadow. I darken the background slightly to make the bright objects pop, and I add cool shadows under the fruit to anchor them, and highlights to the glass pitcher to give it that reflective sparkle and stripes in the glass. The dog in the window gets more definition. His ears, eyes, and expression are painted carefully, but very roughly. He's a quiet observer, almost part of the scenery. While I work through my composition, I like to think about what still life painting has represented over the years. Did you know that during the Dutch Golden Age in the 1600s, fruit in still life painting symbolized wealth and the fleeting nature of life? A ripe, juicy peach or a half-peeled lemon wasn't just decoration, it was a reminder of life's pleasures and the imminence of death. While in Renaissance Italy, the humble lemon was often a sign of hospitality. Artists used it to suggest warmth and welcome, just like how we still associate citrus with freshness and light today. For me, painting is a meditation and a way to connect to the past. In the final stages, I adjust the composition with my eye more than anything. A shadow here, a sharper highlight there. I deepen the red of the flower stems to guide the eye back up. A touch of ultramarine in the shadows cools everything just a bit, giving more contrast. I add more detail to the flower petals and a little more definition to the dog's snout. The lemon, nearly glowing, gets a final highlight that makes it zing. I still struggle to know when to stop, but I have to leave this one here for today, and I'm happy with what I have created. And there it is, my finished painting, a moment frozen in time. A windowsill full of fruit, light, and life, with a curious pup watching from the window. Thanks so much for joining me on this little artistic journey today. Let me know if you have comments or if you have any questions about my process on this video. And if it inspires you to grab your materials, please, by all means, get started on painting too. If you haven't ever painted before, I am starting a new series for anyone who wants to try art journaling for themselves. The link for the first video, Art Journaling 101, is available down below. Until next time, keep creating and observing, and remember that beauty lives in the simplest of things.